Hello, everyone. I hope y'all are having a pleasant and perhaps spooky kind of day. You guys, I'm so ready for fall. As much as I've been loving the sun this summer, I'm really and truly over it. Get it out of here. Give me some cozy sweaters, some hot chocolate, some hot cider. Give me Halloween and give me this brand new collection because it's coming out this Friday. Bee's Knees has quite the selection of colors, just in time to get a little spooky, a little ooky, maybe a little kooky. It's inspired by none other than Beetlejuice. This 9-piece collection is coming out right before Halloween, and I can't wait to get started. So I won't wait. It's showtime, baby. And that is exactly what we're starting with. It's Showtime is described as a sheer, rich purple with a glowy blue microflake shimmer. I don't know about the rich part of that description, but sheer? Absolutely. For sure. For those of you out there who love your barely there polishes and love seeing your nail lines, this might be the one for you. As bright as this polish is in the bottle, the only amount of color that you'll get is from the shimmer. Even if you choose to try and build it up, which, I don't really know why you would, it's not going to give you anything more than a light tint. It's a smooth application, sure, but the effect ends up being a little patchy, at least on long nails. It's not my personal favorite of the collection, but maybe it could be yours. Maybe it's just what you're looking for. And next up, we've got Proof of the Afterlife, which is a deep violet with copper to gold shimmer and a scattering of silver light reflective glitter. Listen, now hold on a minute. There are the purple lovers who like it's showtime type of purples, and there's the purple lovers who love this kind of purple. And I know I'm only on the second polish, but I can't help it. This one here, star of the show. Absolutely. In my personal opinion, of course. Feel free to disagree, but unfortunately you would be wrong. Sorry to tell you. It's vibrant, it's vivid, and so shimmery. I think the purple and orange resonate so well with each other, and the reflective glitter gives it that extra bit of sparkle to really just push it over the edge into being well, it's not my favorite, but top 2 for sure. There is a note from Bee's Knees that says that this one may stain, but I have gel overlays, so I can't really speak on that experience. I'm sure it might be more noticeable on natural nails. But I think it'd be worth it, having this beautiful color on your nails forever, maybe? That's just how I feel, in my personal opinion, of course. And rounding out the purples, or well, technically purple, is My Whole Life is a Dark Room. A dusty periwinkle with subtle blue shimmer. Just from looking at this color, I don't think I ever would have considered it to be in the periwinkle family, but, after looking at some references, yeah, Yeah, it's surprisingly accurate, I think. I think I would have put it more in the denim category, but nope, that's Periwinkle. Most of these polishes I thought would look best built up in 3 coats, but I don't think this one needs it at all. It is a bit on the thicker side, for a cream, but I think that definitely adds to the coverage. Two coats was all I needed to build up this polish, and it applied really smoothly and really evenly and really beautifully. And I think that the blue shimmer adds just a little extra something to an otherwise basic creme polish. Speaking of two coaters, this next polish definitely fits into that category, rightfully so. I myself am strange and unusual. It's described as a blackened turquoise line sibling with the same red to green shimmer and a ton of holo flakes. I did not know how much I needed this kind of color until I had it on my nails. It's dark, it's moody, it's perfect for the changing seasons. And actually, I was kind of worried that this one would bleed with the top coat, but as far as I can tell, and as far as I was told, it doesn't. It may be officially described as a turquoise, but to me, it looks more like a deep forest green, the green of my dreams. And like I said earlier, you really do only need 2 coats, regardless of nail length. Which is really good because I really don't want to run out of it anytime soon. It's so pretty. And now, moving away from those dark and moody polishes, we have The Living Tend to Ignore the Dead, a bright orange with green microflake shimmer. I will let you all know, I usually tend to edit my footage a little bit to get rid of the orangeness that my camera puts onto my hands, but as you can see, the polish is also orange, so I don't just want to edit it out of existence. So I hope my Cheeto hands don't bother you guys too much. I built this one up in 3 coats, but personally, I feel like you could stop at 2 to just cover up that nail line. It's a bright and punchy orange with a really smooth application that I really appreciate if a color is going to be this striking. It's a little hard to capture that bright green shimmer that it has without blowing out the photo, but I tried my best to capture it in the video. But believe me, it's definitely more noticeable in person. So if you're looking for a pumpkin on your nails, this might just check that box for you. Make My Millennium is described as a dark teal with glowy blue shimmer. The base definitely does lean a smidge more greeny teal than it's showing up on camera, but I did my best to get the footage to match what I see in person. You know, admittedly, this one is not really my favorite. Don't get me wrong, the color is very pretty, but the formula is not consistent enough for me. When I tried to even out the patchiness and streakiness that I was getting, it backfired on me and made it more patchy and started to pick up the previous coat. So if you are interested enough in this color, I wouldn't recommend swiping too many times or else you might run into some trouble. Or at the very least, float your brush more than I did. On my other fingers, the patchiness wasn't as bad since I didn't have to do as many strokes, but on my thumb it was the most obvious and most noticeable because it is, wider. I tried to show a little bit of how, even though it looks smooth in photos and videos, the polish that is closest to the cuticle got picked up because I did too many strokes, I guess. Again, it's pretty enough. Maybe use a base with it or something, but it's definitely not making the top of my lists. But you know what is at the top of my list? This one. Never Trust the Living is a grungy aqua with soft blue shimmer and a scattering of blue to purple multi-chrome flakes. From the moment I saw this polish, I knew I would love it. In the bottle, I thought it would be some kind of Crelly formula, and maybe it is, but it really built up super well. I applied 3 coats for the live swatch, but I absolutely would just wear it in 2. It's so gorgeous to me. I'm in love. And I don't even really like sheer shades like that, but I 100% would not mind having that little bit of nail peeking out as long as I was wearing this polish. The base color, the blue shimmer, the purpley flakes, it's the perfect storm for me. I know it's supposed to be a Beetlejuice collection, but this one just doesn't feel that spooky to me. And of course I do love it, but I would be more inclined to wear it in the spring, maybe. Who am I kidding? I would wear it any time of year. It's just that good. Second to last polish, guys. We're almost there. This one is named Handbook for the Recently Deceased. It is described as a sheer light gray line cousin with green to pink shimmer and a ton of hollow flakes. And, like the description says, it's definitely a sheer shade. Even in 3 coats, there was still visible nail line. But I think that's kind of the charm of the shade. With all the holo that it has, I don't think it needs to be too busy. I don't really have much to say about this one though. It's not a color that I would tend to gravitate towards since it is a little bit more delicate, maybe, but it's a solid polish. Smooth application, nice and sparkly, pretty and shimmery. What's not to like? I think if I had to critique one thing, a personal thing, I would have loved to see more of that pink shift because I love pink. But that's about it. It's lovely. And finally, the namesake of the collection, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice! Ah! I love the sneaky way that they named this polish on the label. It's so good. I love it so much. This one is described as a sheer neon green with a strong orange to green shimmer. As intimidating as this polish is in the bottle, on the nail it's much more tame in comparison. It's still bright, it's still energetic, but in a more manageable way. For all y'all that don't really want to draw too much attention, but you still want to be in the spooky spirit, you know? I mean, personally, I want the kind of slime green that'll just knock your teeth out. But at the very least, this is the kind of sheer that I would be okay with, only because it applied so well. Like, I can still feel like I'm in the slime green spooky yuki mood without having to actually burn everyone's retinas from the neonness of the polish. Even though I would have loved that too, but I can't have everything. And now we've come to the mysteries. If you are not interested in the mystery polishes or you just plain old don't want to be spoiled, feel free to ignore this last bit. But I will be giving a quick sneak peek of the polishes that I received. I'm not too familiar with UP polishes or why they're so coveted and everybody wants them so bad. But if you're like me and you did not know beforehand, these polishes are intentionally made sheer in order to let the shimmer shine through more clearly. All of the mystery polishes will feature a ghost flake and a UP shimmer finish. This first mystery is called the Smutty Prince and has a soft beige base with red to green UP and red to green ghost flakes. The second mystery is named Soka the Fallen and has a great purple base with green to blue sibling UP and red to green ghost flakes. All of these polishes and more will be available on the Bee's Knees website this Friday, September 20th, starting at 7 p.m. EST, and will end on September 29th at 11:59 p.m. EST. There will also be a 20% off sale site-wide. So if you want it, go and get it. Thank you all so much for watching if you've made it this far. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye!